Now we've looked at planning tools in general terms, we know what they are, what they're used for, we know different types of software, we can start to drill down and look at individual examples of planning tools. So we've got 6 to cover. Our first one is going to be visualization diagrams. Let's look at what they are, and also we're going to, for each of our tools, evaluate them, because you need to be able to say what's good, what's bad, and also, given a context, say which is the most appropriate tool to use. So thankfully, to start us off, a fairly simple tool here for quite a fancy, quite a complicated name. So really, a visualization diagram is just a visual way of showing what something might look like. So bearing in mind we're still in our planning phase, we haven't actually made our product yet, we're still just deciding what it's going to look like. This is a way of showing how it might look. And so yeah, they used to plan out a design, which we're going to use during execution as a reference when we actually create our product. So maybe we are creating a website in execution. In planning, we're going to create a visualization diagram of our layout of our website, let's say. So they can range from just a quick sketch, so me just on paper maybe doing a quick layout sketch of my website, to a fully planned layout, so maybe I'm doing it in a desktop publishing software, actually adding colors, actually adding graphics. So it can be quite simple to almost a fully designed layout. And just so you know, you may see also sometimes said that if you have, say, a chart, like a pie chart, or a graph, like a bar chart, for some reason in one of your plans, they also are classed as a visualization diagram. But mostly we're thinking more about sketches, about quick mock-ups to help us design a product. But charts and graphs also do apply under this category because, you know, they're visual ways of representing some data. Okay, so for example, a while back I made a very rubbish app, which was a running app, and I did 2 visualization diagrams. This one on the left was just on paper, a very, very quick sketch, and then I kind of made it a little bit more developed, like this. So both are classed as visualization diagrams, but one is a bit more more effort went into the one on the right, believe it or not. Other examples not by me. If we're thinking of our trains, right, a quick sketch on a whiteboard here could also class as a visualization diagram for Hitachi, who make the trains. So they're laying it out, they've done some annotations. This is for a website, I believe, just with a train on it, right? So they are planning the layout, but clearly this is not their final design. They would develop this a little bit further. Here we've got some quick sketches for a trainer, ranging from just black and white to the actual colours and so on. So that's what a visualization diagram is. It sounds a lot more complicated than it is. It's really just a quick layout of what you're planning to do, often with annotations. So let us evaluate it. What is good about it is that ideas, you know, your ideas can be very quickly shown to others. Assuming you've got some artistic talent, clearly I haven't, based on my drawing here, you can very quickly show what you want to achieve. It's quite obvious from looking at it, and also annotations, what these items are. So it's very quick to show, very quick to understand, especially if you're trying to communicate it to other people. Also, when you move into execution, you've got some reference, so you're not going in blind. You've got some idea of what you want your product to look like, even if it is quite a rough sketch. That's really useful. Also, linked to my first point here, it's not exactly a specialist diagram. Compared to other tools we'll look at in future videos, this is not designed for a specialist to understand. Anyone can look at a sketch and hopefully, if it's good enough, can understand what is going on. A potential issue is that if you are not very good at drawing like I am, they may not be detailed enough for someone else in particular to use and implement directly. They may not have enough information to actually carry through into execution. So the design might be a little bit wasted if it's not detailed enough. Maybe on the flip side, if it's too detailed, if it's too maybe advanced or too dramatic, it may be unrealistic to actually do. You could draw anything on paper, but actually making it in reality might be a whole different issue, right? You may have constraints like budget and timescale that make your design not actually possible to implement. So kind of you're wasting your time really if it is unrealistic. And finally, they're not really suitable for really complex projects because your project may contain loads of different potential designs, and just doing a simple sketch for each one may not be needed, may take too long, and you certainly can't cram in all of it into one single diagram.